Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back. The boys are back after spending the holiday eating some good food, watching some good sports over the holiday weekend. Had to take a little break, but we appreciate y'all for tuning in to me and Dave's Rant Corners. We had to drop a couple of EPs real quick for y'all over the holiday. But man, we got a lot to discuss, so man, let's get to it. Shout out to my boy Corey. What's going on with you, man?
What's good with it? Y'all know what it is.
And then what's good to my boy T? What's up, man?
What's up, man? Y'all know what time it is, man.
Yes, sir, definitely. And we come to that point of the year. We're going to start this discussion off today with the college football playoffs. As you know, the regular season is over in college football. Now we made it to conference championship Saturday, and it's some surprise. What can you say? Some surprise matchups going to be happening this weekend. It's getting ugly for the ACC out there, y'all. Their conference championships between Virginia and Duke, and depending on who wins, ACC can be left out of the playoffs altogether. So it's ugly for the ACC right now, in my opinion.
It's disbanding the ACC altogether at this point. Nobody coming
It,
here. There's no money there. Like, honestly, basketball even isn't what we're used to seeing with ACC. Just let the teams go to where they want to go at this point.
yeah, that joint, it's just all bad, bro. Like, and me being a Miami fan, I gotta keep it real. We had a hand in this joint, but the fact that it's like a 6-5 team in a championship game, all because of some like I get like this is when you actually need the analytical people because how the fuck like our boy Katie said how the fuck does a team that's 6-5 get over a team that's 10-2?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like none of this college football playoff stuff makes sense. Like, for example, you got 9-3 Texas over 10-2 Vanderbilt because of head to head, right? But then Notre
Yeah,
Dame and Miami when Miami beat Notre Dame head to head, it makes no sense, right? Then speaking of Notre Dame played two good teams, lost to them both. They have only one win over a top 25 team. They beat up on
hmm
a bunch of ACC and Group of Five trash cans, and they're ranked ahead of Miami, who beat them. By the way, it's like the committee pick and chooses when certain criteria matters. Like head
yep,
to head only matters when it's two SEC teams playing or something, or a Big Ten team playing, right? Then
hmm
Alabama jumped Notre Dame. I was listening to them talking about, oh yeah, we liked how they played versus a 5-7 Auburn team. Talk about a gutsy fourth down call versus a 5-7 Auburn team. Like, make it make sense because none of it makes sense. And what they did was they basically said, even if Alabama loses on Saturday,
they can
Notre
still
Dame
get
might
in.
get screwed
Mm-hmm.
in the end because if it comes down to a three-loss Bama team, which in my opinion, if you get to your conference championship game, you should be penalized for losing. You know what I'm saying? But basically, with Bama jumping Notre Dame, like Notre Dame
Yeah,
is set up to get left out with BYU beats.
Texas Tech.
Yeah, so none of this makes sense. The goalpost moves every single year. It's very slanted towards two conferences. We talked about it in the chat, and I've said it all year. When you have these mega conferences, the schedules are so imbalanced. How do you know you're truly getting the two best teams in the championship
hmm
game? When half the time it's who has the most favorable schedule.
And and we talk about this T. The ACC has to end this relationship football wise with Notre Dame unless Notre Dame is going to be part of the ACC because you allowed them to come in and beat teams that were ranked before they get to a play like a Miami or a Clemson to help with their resumes for the committee to look at. Because Pittsburgh probably would have had a higher rank if they didn't have to get smacked by Notre Dame like a week or two before they beat Georgia Tech. So they got to figure something out because pretty much Notre Dame screwed the whole conference over, even though they lost to the best team in the conference.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. And now with these leagues moving to 9-game conference schedules, it's just like, how do you really going to judge who are the two best teams in the conference? Like to get these championship games, like
hmm
greed has ruined college football because, in my opinion, college football was better when you had the Pac-10 or Pac-12, when you had the ACC at 12, maybe 14 teams, right? You had the Big Ten, you had the SEC about 14 teams, you had the Big 12. And most of these teams play each other. You have your division opponents, so you know who you're playing in your division, and then you might have a couple of crossover opponents across the divisions. Yeah. But I remember growing up when college, like the ACC, every team played each other.
Yep.
It was only a 9-team league at the time, and I understood why they moved to 12, so you could actually have a conference championship game and make extra money and all that stuff. But 12 I think 12 or 14 was a good number to have. But once it started getting about 12, 14, now you got like 16, 18-team leagues, and it's just pretty much watered down the regular season, which college football used to have the best regular season because every game held weight, every game mattered, especially during the BCS era. At this point, we might as well go back to the BCS because it seemed like they were able to figure out the formula to get the two best teams more times than not, outside of a couple of years where they had to make tweaks to the formula, like Miami should have been in over Florida State because Miami beat Florida State head-to-head, but I don't know how that happened back in like 2000. But outside of that year, BCS more often than not got it right at the end of the day. And like I said, the regular season mattered more. Now the regular season is kind of watered down, and the playoff committee moves the goalposts every year. Now they're talking about adding more teams to the playoffs, which is basically set for more Big Ten and SEC teams. And let's be honest, the Big Ten, they won the national championship the last 2 years, but they're very top-heavy. If it's not Ohio State or Michigan and recently Indiana or Oregon, the Big Ten is mid once you get out past those teams. They don't have
it's always going to be between Michigan and Ohio State. They're the only two teams, no matter what going on, they're the only team that actually try to prosper. Penn State has a 9-win season, but they don't do nothing. They don't beat Ohio State or they don't beat Michigan. It's always the same story with Penn State. Indiana's hot now, but we're going to see what's up with them for real on this game coming up on Saturday. Like, they already got the coach and extension and everything, so I really want to see if Indiana can be like a new team that can challenge like a powerhouses like Michigan and Ohio State, and even now with like Oregon coming into the fold. Like, I really want to see how this game really goes on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's it is what it is, man. It's a money grab. It's very political. ESPN's heavily invested into the SEC.
Yeah.
Fox, NBC, CBS are invested in the Big Ten. So, these networks have agendas, these conferences have agendas, and then like the ACC gets left out. I mean, in my opinion, BYU and Texas Tech should get in, but they won't. Whoever loses is probably going to if BYU wins, then because Texas Tech is at number 4, so if BYU wins, it might get 2 Big 12 teams.
I think they will. I think that actually might. If Alabama lose, that's going to fuck them over. Or no, they ain't one of those joints. Like BYU is going to pretty much screw like Miami and Notre Dame's chances of getting in because they're going to find a way to put Alabama in if it's like a close loss to Georgia or some shit like that.
I'm like, people forget that Alabama lost to at 5-7. And it pains me to say this, but this is the truth, man. Alabama got waxed by a 5-7 Florida State team week 1. People forget the same Florida State team that Miami beat the brakes off of in Tallahassee. I'm just being real. Like, as much as I hate it to admit it, Miami dominated us. Yeah, we tried to make a little bit of a run late, but that, Miami came into our house and dominated us, which Alabama cannot do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miami beat Notre Dame. Sure, I mean, like people act like Louisville and SMU are bad teams. They're solid football teams.
They're actually one of the better teams in the ACC. But you know what my problem is, team? Like, they keep trying to talk about strength of schedule, and I guess Miami's schedule got dumbed down because of the ACC and maybe what happened to Florida once by the time we got to them. But we had that like we was playing like HBCU teams for 4 weeks straight before we played outside Notre Dame. Like,
y'all beat Notre Dame.
Ranked
when they were ranked. Y'all beat USF when they were ranked.
Exactly. So So like I'm trying to understand, and then at the end of the season we dominated Pittsburgh and they were ranked. So it's not like when we played top 25 teams, like we struggled. No, we pretty much dominated everyone except for Notre Dame, but we got Notre Dame out the paint anyway. So
See, I have an issue with the ACC as a whole because when FSU got snubbed in 2023, I felt like the
yeah,
commissioner and the league didn't really go to bat or really like raise hell to defend it. They just kind of like whatever because we had the whole lawsuit versus the ACC at the time
mm-hmm.
trying to get out of the ACC. But now it's happened. You could have made a case for Miami to get in last year and this year, and again, I felt like if you had raised hell and pushed for more transparency with their criteria and thing, we would have better answers. But once again, another ACC team is going to get screwed by this playoff committee. And you know what? It is what it is, man. Like I'm telling people right now, there might not be much of an ACC after 2030 because there's a way for these when they settle the lawsuit. There's an out for teams, and they're trying to like do right because believe it or not, as bad as FSU was, they still had the most viewership in the ACC, so they get a payout for that because the ACC now pays teams based off of viewership. So they're trying to like whatever, but I'm telling you, 2030, you're going to see possibly 3, maybe 4 ACC teams bounce or try to bounce. We know Florida State and Clemson are 2 of them, and I'm telling people UNC is out. UNC was just waiting. UNC let Florida State and Clemson be the fall guys, but UNC wants out. The SEC wants UNC and the Big Ten. UNC is actually the most attractive team to the Big Ten and SEC. Why? Because of location, because they're in the middle of everything. North Carolina's kind of like in the middle. The Big Ten wants to expand its footprint down south. The SEC wants to expand its footprint up north, and which is why the 4th team is actually going to be UVA. UVA is a team to watch as well because of location, right? UVA is in the middle. SEC wants to move north. I think Miami could, but here's the issue with Miami. Miami's a private school.
Yeah, that's exactly because I think people gonna be like thinking UNC and Duke gonna move. No, like I think Duke gonna stay. I think Miami gonna stay just for that fact. They're a private school, so like you really gonna have to give them a bag for them to move out the way you want them to.
Like you're gonna have to pay I think it's like a buyout fee to leave the conference. And then you might not you might have to take less TV money initially because like SMU and some of these other teams that join the ACC like Stanford and Cal, they're actually taking less TV money to join. They'll get, I guess, more on the back end, but there's a whole lot of legalities and stuff like that. But I think Miami on paper, Miami should want to leave, but Miami's tricky because Miami's a private school. So that's a whole different dynamic with Miami. I think Miami could leave as well, but like I said, UVA has been mentioned a lot by people just because of their location. SEC already has a footprint in Florida, and then the Big Ten might want to look at Miami because Miami academically is a good school. Like, don't let the football team's perception in Miami, the actual university, fool you. Miami's actually a very preppy, uppity school. It's hard as hell to get into University of Miami.
It's like University of Maryland, but in the South. It's private.
Right, it's hard as hell to get.
Or Duke. Yeah, it is.
Academically, like I can see the Big Ten maybe wanting Miami academically and stuff like that, but it's going to get real dicey for the ACC in 2030.
As you know, I'm just venting because it's just disappointing to see Miami get hold. Like it's like I definitely feel how you felt about Florida State a couple of years ago because it's just like, damn, like hey, I know that we lost, but they acting like we lost to like Wake Forest and Boston College or some shit like that. Like we lost to teams that are going to respectable bowl games outside the playoffs. So it is what it is. I really felt like Miami was one of those teams to see. You can't tell me there's 11 to 12 teams better than this current Miami team right now, but I'm going to let the committee decide that and see how I am by next episode. But shoot, since we got he joined in while we was discussing the playoff, our boy BT was good with you, man.
Man, I'm chilling, bro. I can't complain.
Man, you know why I'm going with this, man. You know why you're here, bro.
What up?
You come on,
Talk to us, brother.
Are you talking about the LSU Lane Kiffin shit?
Yeah.
Look, bro. I got to get used to Lane Kiffin being the coach, bro. I had a love-hate relationship with this nigga because he coached the Ole Miss. You know what I'm saying? So I always respected him because he's an offensive genius, man. But I'm still getting used to it, man. I'm still getting used to it. But
He was he was a OC at Bama too, right?
facts, he was, man. So
Damn, you got real beef with this nigga.
I always respected him, man. But yeah, the beef was real with me and him. I don't even know the nigga personally, but
At one
yeah,
time, he thought he was going to take over after Saban, but he couldn't wait for it.
yep. Nah, but we'll see what he's doing, bro. He's shaking at some shit right now. I just need him to keep my cornerback coach.
Yeah.
You gotta keep Corey Raymond, bro. Like, you cannot fuck that shit up. Don't do what Brian Kelly did. You know. But most of the fans are happy with it. He had a good little press conference yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what he do. I know the first game is gonna be against Clemson at home, so definitely ready for that one. That's gonna be a movie.
Okay, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of hype and build up to that game.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, T. Yo, go ahead.
Point, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm still salty from the snub a couple of years ago, man. But if the committee's excuse was leaving FSU out there, our quarterback went down, that Ole Miss should be left out because they lost their coach. Like, if we're gonna play this game, let's play. Like,
I feel it, man. I feel it.
Not like I agree.
1,000% agree.
If they set the precedent a couple years ago, they left us out, and their whole excuse was, "Oh, our quarterback went down," even though our backup quarterback. Well, actually, no, our third-string quarterback beat a top 15 Louisville team in the championship game, and our backup quarterback came back. And people were like, "Oh, you know, I half the team sat versus Georgia. We were down to our third-string quarterback," and people tried to justify it. But I'm like, if this is what they're doing, then what about Ole Miss? They just lost their coach, and Lane is taking staff with him, and who knows what the players are like, whatever. Like, you know, Ole Miss is going to be a real interesting team to see when the playoff actually starts, because they're either going to be inspired or they're going to get the doors beat off of them.
No, I mean, they lucky that one the offensive coordinator, they allow him to coach his team twice, so at least they have some familiarity with it.
They got their OC coaching, so they good with that part.
But like you said, like a lot of that staff already gone, right? BT.
Shout out Joe Cox, man, North Carolina. Yeah, he on the staff now too. They got the receiver coach. They got Joe Cox, which is the co-OC and the tight end coach. Yeah, they got a little bit. They got the strength coach. Yeah, they got a little bit of people over there now.
Shout out to Big Guy.
And who they got Ole Miss playing in the first round? It's not decided yet, right? I mean, I know we still got, but like, if it started today, who would they have to play? Can somebody pull it up real quick?
They would have to play the number 4 conference champion. So I'm assuming that would be the let's see, hold on. We got SEC, Big Ten.
So it'd
be James Madison or conference champ number 4. So yeah, it might be a group of 5 opponent, because you know, if Duke beats UVA, the ACC is getting left out. So I'm trying to figure out, because I'm looking at it on ESPN right now, and they have Ole Miss versus the 11th seed, which could be conference champion number 4, and they have Oregon versus conference champ number 5. And what I'm trying to figure out is, if Duke wins, then who
it might be BYU.
No, Tulane. Tulane will be first, and then James Madison and North Texas could still be in the mix because they're ranked ahead of Duke. They would get in. And James Madison is actually ranked number 25, so they're already set up to be ahead of Duke if Duke won on Saturday. So it could be either UVA or Tulane at this point for Ole Miss. But
they make this playoff thing so difficult than it really needs to be. It's crazy.
But if Virginia wins, it'll be Virginia. Ole Miss will beat Virginia. Like, Virginia has a good season.
I know, like, the conference championship thing means a lot to teams and shit like that, but it's power press time. We just need to get the 12 fucking best teams in there and call it a day, bro. Like, I'm sorry, this is not like the goddamn NCAA tournament where we go and get Davidson to the Final Four. James Madison's not going to make it through this gauntlet, bro. I'm sorry. Tulane not going to make it through this goddamn gauntlet, son. I'm sorry. Like, I get it. You want to give people a chance and shit like that, but Boise State was like damn near 20 years ago. Like, let that shit go, bro. They got caught. They caught Oklahoma lacking. It is what it is, bro. But everybody looking for that Oklahoma moment. It's not really happening no more. I'm sorry. Like, you just selling these teams up to get a little bit more money just to get smoked. I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, great season, but like you said, like these teams just don't have enough. And quite honestly, at BYU, Boise State was like the 3 seed last year. They lost to Penn State, so that
Got
was probably
smoked.
the best. It's probably the best chance for them to happen because that Boise State team was actually good last year. They actually almost beat Oregon at Oregon.
Mhm.
Oregon was #1 seed, and then they lost to Penn State in the playoff. Like you said, the seeding is kind of just I don't know how they. I feel like that's another reason why they're trying to expand to like 16 teams, so they just get more of these teams in. I guess like not group of 5 teams, but like more like SEC or ACC, whatever, Power 4 teams in the playoff.
It's just crazy, man.
I mean, I think LSU is going to be in the mix pretty quickly. Lane Kiffin, one thing he can do is recruit. He recruits the portal well. If he was getting guys to go to Ole Miss, it'll be a cakewalk getting guys to go to LSU compared to Ole Miss. Plus, you got the state of Louisiana on a lot. Plus, you got Houston right down the street, 3-4 hours away from Baton Rouge, because Texas is a big pipeline for LSU as well, the state of Texas. So, they compete with Texas and Texas A&M for recruits all the time. So, I mean, LSU is going to should be on the upwards trend. Brian Kelly's a piece of shit. Everybody knew that. I won't be surprised if he doesn't get another job again.
He might have to take that Penn State joint because shoot.
Well, I know you said that Lane can recruit and he can recruit, but the early signing period is tomorrow, and 2 of LSU's biggest commits is not signing tomorrow. So Lane better get on his shit, because you cannot have your 2 best recruits that's in the state of Louisiana not sign with you. Like that.
I think that's a symptom of the calendar. Like, we need to.
The calendar too.
We need to change the calendar up, man. Because why are you having your early signing period when the season just ended and teams are getting ready for the playoff? It makes no sense, right? Like, the whole college football calendar is off.
Yeah,
the
it is.
Signing period, the transfer portal period, all that's off, and that unfortunately. In my opinion, that's a symptom not of Lane Kiffin, but just the calendar.
Yeah.
To the city. And keep Corey Raymond and all this shit would be dead and they're signed. But he ain't made the decision yet. So keep Frank Wilson, bro, and your 2 best players in Louisiana will stay in Louisiana. Because LSU fans, they very
we know
finicky sometimes, bro. Like I don't want to keep it a band, but some fans would jump ship real quick. You know what I'm saying? So Lane better get on his shit, or his house gonna be getting egged pretty soon. So
I know all about jumping ship. I've jumped ship with my team. I'm checked out until we had somebody a pink slip.
Oh, trust me, I was checked out this season.
Nah, the scores in the chat was getting ugly, y'all. For people that don't know, man, niggas was making parlays to see whose coach was going to get fired first and shit, bro. They went on notifications like it's a goddamn. They say, "What your phone say, T?" Nothing, BT. I'm waiting, dog. I'm like, hey, yo, this is some ugly shit going on in the chat, dog.
I'm telling you, it got ugly real quick, bro.
Nah, man, when your college football team is going through something, bro, it's harder to even enjoy the sport, man. I don't know what it's about college football. When your team is going through the ringer, bro,
it hit different,
it's
man.
miserable as hell, bro.
It hit different, man. Bro.
I think because it's like, damn, son, it's like y'all asking, you ain't even really getting paid for this shit, bro. At least I was like, I can disconnect from the pros because I was like, this nigga don't give a fuck about me, bro. He getting paid like $5 million. Like, he just gonna go home and say whatever, dog. But these college kids, it's like, bro, you fucking up your future. You fucking up your hoes. You fucking up the bag.
Man, look, bro, I see fans telling chicks on campus stop giving the players buns until they start.
That's some shit Lane would do.
Lane a funny nigga, bro.
Shit, you need to be careful, son. You know his daughter dating the linebacker already. Where the fuck that nigga play?
Yeah, he played linebacker. Yeah, Lane a funny nigga, bro. But one thing I like about Lane though, the nigga is a fucking dog and he competitive as fuck.
He
You know what I'm
is.
saying? And I respect that shit, bro. So he gonna have LSU
Yeah.
right, man. But I
Okay.
gotta see this roster, see how we look, see if we get a quarterback,
Mm.
then we can have some conversations after that.
I do have a question, BT, because are you concerned that he really hasn't won like a real like the big game, the conference championship game, or anything? Because he has produced great teams, great players, but he really hasn't had like what's his marquee? What's his stamp victory at? Like where's that Lane Kiffin? Like like he's going to take us to the championship game at. I think that's what's really missing because he can't
Yeah.
coach, but it's like. You know how we had Marcus Freeman on the clock. You know how you had Brian Kelly on the talk. Like, what are we gonna do with this, man?
So
When is it?
with Lane, right? He can coach, man. He can coach. But at Ole Miss, bro, you going against the Bamas, the Georgias. He beat us twice when Brian Kelly was there. Matter of fact, since 2020, he beat us 3 times. So we 3-3 against him since 2020. So he has beaten LSU. He has beaten some good teams. Well, the 2020 team was trash. I ain't gonna give him that one. But he has beaten some good LSU teams. He beat the Jaden team when we put up 49 points, and we still lost that fucking game. They put up 55 on us, and that was a good offensive team that they beat. So yeah, they beat us then. They just beat us this year. So that it's hard at Ole Miss, bro, when you're going against Bama, Georgia, Texas, and all them teams. Texas A&M.
He's not a second-rate school, but he's in that second level of schools in the SEC.
Yeah,
So it's hard
that second tier, and it's hard to get players over there too. So I think a realistic standpoint with him will be 3 years if he can get us to a natty in 3 years, bro. Because Nick did it in 3, O did it in 3, and Les did it in 3.
So there's a bench. So there's a benchmark. Okay.
Yeah, and then in this daggone era, you know, with the portal, your team can be sorry and they be good in 1 year.
Yeah.
So I say 3 years. I say 3 to 4 years, just to be fair.
I mean, looking at the SEC, I mean, Texas, they haven't really. Ours is getting better, so it'll be interesting to see what they have next year.
Yeah.
I feel like Georgia is not. I feel like they've lost some of their luster. I feel like that's due to the portal, NIL. Kirby can't be paying people on the table like he used to anymore. You know, Bama's still Bama, but it's not the same like under Saban. So I mean, there's opportunity for LSU.
Like that aura's not there. Yeah.
The aura's not quite there.
Ole Miss gonna be trash again. Thank God. That was pissing me off.
Maybe Oklahoma might be in the mix.
Another Group of 5 coach. I mean, Florida did learn a lesson from Billy Napier. They're gonna hire another Group of 5 coach.
T, let them be trash. Just let them be trash, bro. Just let them be trash.
I love it, but
I'm not defending them, man. But he better than their previous coach because he was like my third option at LSU.
Man, I don't give a fuck who the coach gonna be. They still gonna get knocked when they come to the U. Fuck them.
They still gonna get beat to play LSU again. You know what I'm saying? We don't play them next year. I wish we did, but
see, that's more bullshit. Florida LSU used to play every year.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many. Yeah.
Well, you know what they're doing.
LSU not even play Bama every year. Like, how is that possible, man?
You know what they're doing because they wanted to make LSU and A&M rival so bad. You know what I'm saying? And then exactly, bro. That's
and you just gave up Oklahoma too, so it's really the Big 12, the biggest teams in the Big 12 right there. But let them cook.
Yeah, because it was up to me. I replaced A&M and Ole Miss with Florida and Alabama. Like we can keep them 2 teams. Like
because it's like those the games like everybody gets up for like.
Yep.
That shit whack, son.
They greed, man. Greed.
Yeah.
And it's like
man.
Yeah, because sometimes it's even hard to get attached to like a favorite player in college and football because like they keep going for team to team. Like, you know, it used to matter when somebody used to put the jersey on and shit. Now it's like you gotta wait every off season. It's like, damn son, is he gonna leave? Is he gonna leave? Is this person gonna leave? You just don't know.
Basketball is different, bro. The number one quarterback decommitted from Georgia, and guess where he went? To freaking Vanderbilt.
He's from Nashville.
Them techies starting to pay, bro. Look what BYU did. The Mormons, man, they got crumble cookies involved. My man was like, man, how much y'all need? Those pepped up boys that couldn't do anything while they was in college and just all they had to do was hit the books. They found the paying off. They had a plan, dog.
I get it, but let's be honest, bro. Especially with college, people watch for certain brands, and the sport is better when certain brands are good, right? Like Vandy's, it's a nice story, but in the grand scheme of things, who gives a fuck about Vanderbilt?
That quarterback did apparently. Yeah, that quarterback did apparently because he going. Man,
yeah, I'm not kidding. It's like,
no, I get what you're saying, but it's like
the brands matter. It's like it's parity is cool, but at a certain point, like we want to see the Bamas, the LSUs, the Georgias, the Ohio States, the Miamis, the Florida State. Like we want all that. We want to see these teams because this is what we grew up on. And this is a different era of college football and even college basketball, right? It's just different, man. So,
for real, T, I would put it like this: if you good, we gonna watch you, bro, because we ain't gonna forget Deion had niggas staying up to watch Colorado for 2 years. So,
we'll watch, but it just don't hit the same. Is what I'm trying to say.
So. He falling for the QB. I mean, I guess he wants to stay home because Vanderbilt's actually worth a damn. So, I get it, because Maryland, they trying to do the same thing. But, no, I understand your point. I'm just saying, like, niggas going to do nigga shit regardless, bro. It's the Wild Wild West out here. niggas ain't loyal, bro, like they used to. And I ain't mad. If you want to go get your bag, go get your bag. I ain't gonna be like all these other internet trolls be mad at a 18-year-old because he's making decisions for him. I just wait until week 1 to know who's actually on my goddamn team before I get too hype about anything because you just don't know.
Facts, bro. This era is crazy, son.
You can't even get hype when someone say, "Yeah, I committed." I was like, bro, if you don't sign shit, I do not give a fuck.
when niggas commit in June, I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right. We'll see in December or February what's up, bro. Take that shit with a grain of salt.
I swear, bro. If I don't see sign next to that man's name, I'll say, "Hey, bro, it's open season on everything." But yeah, I do. But overall, I all the stuff we talk about, I am like looking forward to the Georgia Bama game and the Ohio State Indiana game for sure. Out of all the other championship game. I mean, BYU Texas Tech could be good. They had a good game last time they played each other. I'm just not really interested in the ACC, and I'm not trying to for I don't give a fuck. Fuck both of those teams. Honestly, I mean, shout out to me and DS. He got Duke playing better football, so I give him that. So, but outside that, like, I'm not going to celebrate any of these teams win. I'm just seeing what kind of chaos those two are going to ensue, depending on who wins. That's what I'm looking for.
How the hell Duke made the conference championship game anyway? Like it was some tiebreakers or something?
This is one of the times when you need the analytical people to come out and trying to explain the shit because they want to explain every other shit and be loud and wrong. I need them to come out and explain this to me, how a 10-2 team is not in a championship game, but a 6-5 team is, even though they got matching conference records. And don't even hit me with the head-to-head joint. Don't even hit me. Nah, SMU did, but not Duke. We didn't even play Duke this year.
So why the fuck SMU not in there? Or Georgia? Like what the fuck? These niggas is 7-5, B. This shit don't make no sense to me, bro.
When I've been saying the ACC is its own enemy, this is why I said because I need you to make sense. And that's the problem when you have too many teams in the conference because a lot of these people didn't even get to play each other.
Yeah, and Georgia Tech beat Duke, and they got the same fucking record in the conference. Nah, this don't make no sense to me. I'm checking out these standards right now, bro. This shit is hella confusing.
And that's the problem right there. Why is there so many goddamn 6-2 teams in conference? because you got too many goddamn teams.
They should have broke it down in the divisions, man. They were trying to get the top 2 teams, but that shit could go against you sometimes.
No, I understand that part. I'm just saying, like, you still got too many goddamn teams.
Yeah.
How many people you seen that got 6-2 records?
Shit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 teams in your own conference have 6-2 conference records. That's not an issue to people out here. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy, son.
That's insane.
Crazy.
And then what makes it worse is you hurt yourself with your playoff chances with King, because some of these teams got to play Notre Dame, and that damn near takes a ACC opponent game away from you. So, but I don't know. We probably had this conversation before, but before we switch to a different topic, BT, can you explain to me why is it the SEC play cupcake games in November?
Man, I've been trying to figure that out for the past couple years.
Because y'all need to stop that shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to be real. Y'all need to stop. That ain't fair.
No, it ain't fair, bro. I've been trying to figure that out for the past couple years, bro. Like, if the SEC is who they say they is, play some tough games, bro. Like, I keep it a band, bro. So, yeah, playing these cupcake games in November, play them shits in August, get it over with, and then play your conference in November.
That's why I swear, like, at least 2 weeks in August, or for the tune-up games, like, get to see like who you really got on the field. I thought those were those games for. Like, why are we doing this when it's money time in November?
Mm-hmm.
Why you still got teams?
And that's why coaches like be saying like, well, man, we ain't play no cupcake schedules in November like certain conferences be playing. And I can't even say nothing because them niggas is right. Like, I forgot what coach said that shit. I think it was Dan Lennon or something like that said something like that.
Mm.
Like, we don't play no cupcake schedules in November. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker right.
But one day they're gonna figure out, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But shoot, man, before we end this part, let's get into some NFL real quick. Y'all boys had a good win this weekend, didn't y'all?
Ooh, let's go.
It was a great game to be at. Still getting my voice.
Yeah, I saw you was out there in the trenches, man, with the J's on at that. I see you, my boy. You know I peep game. You know I peep game.
I was nervous, boy. I didn't know it was going.
I know you would.
I kept trying to hide.
He brave. I said you was brave. I said you was brave, my thing.
I wiped them shits down. As soon as I got in the house, I ran upstairs. But no, overall, it was a great atmosphere. Like, I honestly, you can tell a difference in how the games used to be from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago to what Sunday was. Sunday was the first time that you can actually literally hear keep pounding throughout the entire stadium. Like, it was a win, yes, and everybody was hyped and happy and everything after the game was over, but it was more Panther fans than it was Ram fans. It was a different atmosphere. Like, you can tell that things are changing. Shout out to Coach Canales. He still has some growing to do as a head coach. Shout out to Bryce Young. He still has some growing to do as a quarterback. I do like them for one another at this particular point because they're learning and they're growing off one another. Do I see that it's going to be more mistakes to be made? Absolutely. But they're learning week by week. I forgot who I told this to. I think it was you guys. But those first 15 plays, they always are scripted beautifully. So if they can continue to script those and Canales can get better at game, play calling, because the game that he called on Sunday was, honestly, he outcoached Sean McVay. And it's rare to actually hear someone say that. Like, a lot of things that he did were set up beautifully. It played into what the weather was. So I think that at the same time, because he comes from that Seattle offense, the Pete Carroll coaching tree, he knows that, like, all right, we're used to playing in rain. I know certain things that I can do. I know certain calls that I can make. Like, it was the T-Mac touchdown. That was a beautiful play call. They know that we've been running the ball actually pretty well for the most part of the game, and they switched to run. So you can actually see the Rams defense. They were set up into run defense, and just noticing that it was a pass, and you seeing T-Mac come off a cut and just get wide open. It was hard for the defenders to actually get back and backtrack and backpedal and get into coverage. So it was some beautiful play calling, some great situational football that was being called by Canales.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, we're taking a quick break in the episode to present an ad for Alpha Progression. If you're serious about building muscle and tired of the gimmicks, check out the Alpha Progression app. It's no BS, just science-backed training designed by real lifters and competitive bodybuilders. Alpha Progression has already been named the App of the Day by Apple twice, and it's the top-rated fitness app in Germany, now making waves worldwide. What sets this app apart? First, the intuitive workout logger. It's powerful enough for seasoned lifters, but simple enough for beginners to jump right in. Then there's the AI-powered plan generator. It customizes workouts from scratch based on your goals and equipment, with over 1,000 trillion input combinations. Quality-wise, this app has workout plans that measure up to the best personal trainers in the world. And it doesn't stop there. Their progression algorithm gives you exact weight and rep suggestions based on your performance, so you're always improving and never plateauing. And right now, we got a special deal for you guys. For you all as Assassin4 podcast listeners, get 20% off your first payment using this following link, alphaprogression.com/Savsin4. That's alphaprogression.com/Savsin4. SAVSIN4. Train smarter, grow stronger. Download the Alpha Progression app today.
Now that was what's up, man. And man, all I can say is it helped with my fantasy. And that's all I can say. But now y'all poised in position to try to win y'all division now, man. As we see Tampa been reeling the last few weeks. You know, this is a good time to catch them. But y'all going on y'all bye week right now, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, JC. So hopefully JC Horn back by then, getting out concussion protocol and everything. So he's straight. But yeah,
the way it's in like the common opponents, we probably gonna have to sweep Tampa.
Yeah.
I think we go 10-1. I mean, not 10-1. Excuse me, 3-1. I think we get to 10 wins, 10-7. But we're going to have to beat Tampa Bay twice. Seattle is going to be – that Seattle could be fighting for their wild card life, so that could be a bloodbath. Yeah. Which the only thing about that is having that Seattle game sandwiched in between the two Tampa Bay games is concerning just because we're going to have – let's say, for example, we beat Tampa Bay. It's an emotional game. Then we got to come in and play a Seahawks team fighting for their life because, you know, I think they have the same record as the Rams right now, so they're fighting for their division as well and their wild card life because the NFC is just absolute bloodbath right now.
And because 49ers not far behind.
Yeah. The one thing I do love about the fact of that Seahawks game, well, two things, is that Sam Darnold is being Sam Darnold, and also the fact that that's a home game. So you have Seattle coming here. I think that let me actually check their schedule. I think that they have another away game for us. So they're dealing with a lot of travel. And I'm hoping that that's the case.
I feel like that Seattle game is going to get flexed to either 4:25 or Sunday night.
Yeah.
If the first Panthers game is not flexed Sunday night, that Seahawks Panthers game, don't be surprised that gets flexed.
Yeah, I won't be surprised either.
Look at y'all.
They have the Rams. It's a Thursday night game before us.
So they get a mini bye, basically.
And it's a home game for them. So it's a lot that's going to go into that game. The way that game plays out is going to be very, very intricate on our game.
Yeah, because, I mean, the NFC's wide. The NFC's up for grabs. I think the Rams are still the best team, like roster-wise in the NFC, but they could be had if they don't play their best. Like we saw that on Sunday. Like, you know, Stafford had his worst game in a while. He had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, a pick 6, which was late. You never throw late inside on the sideline. You know, I'm glad he did, but you know, as a quarterback, you can't be late and then inside when you're throwing to the sideline. It has to be on time and the outside.
Yep.
Mike Jackson made a hell of a play on that, and then DB was able to bat that ball in the end zone. So the Eagles are reeling. I'm not buying the Bears right now as the 1 seed. I think the Bears are going to get smoked by the Pack. The game's in Lambeau this Sunday, right?
I think so. I'm about to check now.
I don't trust the Bears. I think Green Bay wins that division. I mean, like I said, NFC going to be a bloodbath all the way until Week 18.
Yeah, and sure, we got an elimination game coming up, in my opinion, because for those that watch my rant corner about the Thanksgiving games, based on the results, since we had the Lions losing to the Packers and we had Dallas Cowboys beating the Chiefs, now on Thursday night, that Lions Cowboys game, it has a lot of weight to it now because you pretty much essentially playing to try to get closer to that 7th seed in the playoff seeding. So both of them teams, this is it. And, the Lions are reeling because I think Amon St. Brown might not even play that game since he got hurt early in the Thanksgiving game.
What's happened to him?
Yeah.
When you coon, this is what happens. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, well,
I mean, look, all I'm going to say is we beat them niggas when it mattered. And now they've been talking that shit all season. Now look where y'all at. Look where y'all at now. Tis. That's why you got to win when it matters. Because, like, BT, what you say NFL stands for?
Not for long. Not for long, bro. You can be good one year, and the next year, it's not so good for you.
Because, shit, look at Kansas City right now. Kansas City reeling right now. Shit. We never seen a Kansas City like – I feel like even with my boy Alex Smith, we just never seen a Chiefs team look like this kind of, like, bad.
I'm gonna be honest. I still think that if they make the playoffs,
you still putting some stock into the Chiefs, Corey?
It's just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's fucking Patty, dog.
It's not because of Patty. Patty actually been playing some of his best football this year. If you really watch the test, it's just everything else around him. It's just like inconsistent as fuck.
But that's what I'm saying, though, bro. Like
that's why I strongly think that if they sneak into the playoffs, they could be a team that would knock off the Patriots. They could knock off the Broncos. They could knock off teams like that in the playoffs. In that atmosphere.
Yeah,
they know how to.
You got 15 back there. And exactly. If 15 is out, 15 not out, bro. I don't think.
Yeah, like we kind of talked with like Trav. It's like a lot of these teams like Drake May, Caleb Williams, and Bo Nix. Bo Nix, this will be his second time in the playoffs, but we got to see who Denver's going to get in their first matchup. And, Caleb and Drake, this is going to be their first outright playoff game. The atmosphere is different when it comes to these playoff games. The Cavs. Like all those casual fans that used to come in and see in the game, it's like, no, it's gonna be real live fans in these playoff games. Mm-hmm. Like
you want to know another team? I think that nobody want to see in the AFC if they make it into the playoffs, the Ravens.
I honestly, Corey, I'm gonna do you one better because people are not really respecting them the way it's the Texans for me.
Yeah,
I think it's the Texans. I think it's the Texans because people was talking when the Bears beat the Texans, everybody was slandering CJ, talking like, he's regressing, he's taking a step back. I was like, bro, y'all remember they dealing with a patch and young offensive line because they traded all their vet O-line away. He lost Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell hasn't still come back from recovery from his gruesome leg injury. So now, but that defense, once that defense started clicking again. And then CJ, and then he got more comfortable with his receivers because he's dealing with Higgins, the rookie wide receiver. Once him and Abdul started getting a report, all of a sudden CJ started clicking. And even when CJ went down, they put Davis Mills out there, and he still got them like 3 wins.
Yeah, they're only game back for the first place in their division.
Exactly.
Houston, in my opinion, the Texans could have beat the Chiefs in the playoffs last year. They just beat themselves.
Yep.
In that playoff game, they had opportunities. They just really either got sacks or just couldn't really convert on plays. And like you said, to beat a team like Kansas City, you got to make plays. But they didn't play bad in that game either. Like Stroud didn't play bad in that game at all. And like you said, there were a lot of people jumping on C.J. Stroud earlier this year. But like you said, bad offensive line, a lot of moving parts. But now they're finding they have an identity. They're going to run the ball. They're going to play defense, and Stroud's just going to make enough plays to win. But they have playoff experience. They've been in the postseason. They've had success in the postseason. Stroud's won a couple of playoff games. So,
Yep.
like, that's a team, like you said, that's you don't want to see. Also, the Chargers are just hanging around, even though
Right.
they've had trouble. They're a very hot and cold team. If they're hot, they have firepower. Like, that's a team, like, if they're on, I don't want to see them just because they have firepower and they have a coach who's been to a Super Bowl, who's won a championship on the college level. Harbaugh will cook up some shit.
Yeah.
So that's another team you don't want to see in the postseason as well. But, like, Jacksonville is right now the 3 seed. I mean, are we really buying the Jaguars? I'm not. Like,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like, the Colts are coming back down to earth. The Broncos, they have no offense at all. Like, their defense is strong, but I don't trust their offense at all in the postseason. So, I mean, the AFC is just really going to be about matchups. And, if a team like, Houston or Baltimore or even Kansas City finds a way into the fold, they could do damage. And even Buffalo, like, hanging around, like, they're not having the season that we thought they're having. But, if I'm right now, Buffalo play Denver. If the playoffs are there, Buffalo play Denver. I'll take Buffalo easily over Denver.
We said this should be the year for Buffalo. Buffalo honestly should be the clear-cut favorite, but they aren't playing like it. This is the year that they should do it. Kansas City is not where they're supposed to be, and Baltimore is not where they should be. Like, Buffalo isn't either, but they still are a step ahead of both of those teams. You have
They beat them, so they already are. So
yeah, you had the MVP back there and everything. Like, they should be doing a whole lot more. This should definitely be their year. But honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even see them beating the Patriots.
I about to say with that next game against the Patriots, we're going to see how they. Cause I know they circled out on the calendar after the Patriots beat them the first time. So we're just going to have to wait and see. But it's like both conferences are going like 8-19 down because you still got divisions up for grabs. You got wild card teams like a game separated from each other. Like it's crazy on both sides, and those two teams in Texas, they playing some of the hottest football right now. So teams gotta be looking out for that. I'm just being honest. Both Dallas and Houston, they just clicking at the right time. While you got teams like Philly, like T said, the Colts, and like Detroit, they reeling at the wrong time in the season because this is money time now.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these teams, they playing like division opponents in like back-to-back weeks or in 2 out of 3 weeks. So it's going to get ugly real soon.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, December football, man. Like, we now, some teams are already in playoff mode. And quite honestly, as far as going back to the Panthers, our mentality should be to win out. If we win out, we win the South.
One game at a time. That's it. Just one game at a time.
We gotta get our lit back versus them niggas in New Orleans, man.
We got to.
That shit pissed me off, bro. I'm still mad about that shit.
I know y'all are.
They're eliminated from playoff contention. I don't even think they're playing for anything. Well, unless they're seeding purposes. So I'm not going to say that they aren't going to care, but I think they.
I'm gonna say I say go in like they do because, like I said, when these rivalry games, that shit don't matter, bro. Like you just going in to say just to piss these niggas season off, like.
Yeah, we got to take everything one game at a time. Getting past the Saints, we can't overlook them because I think that overall that was the issue last game. We overlooked them and we thought like it was supposed to be a layup. So that was the mistake there. We got to go into their house. We got to go in. We got to get the win. Come out of there. Then we started thinking about Tampa Bay. Mike Evans is going to be back. Hopefully, J.C. Horn is going to be back at that point. Robert Hunt is going to be back at that point. I think Damian Lewis is already back. Rose Boom is going to be back. We should be a pretty good team. We just picked up Isaiah Simmons. He was touted about when he went into the draft as being one of the best utility men on defense. So he's going to get his opportunities because they did elevate him from the practice squad. So we got to see how that actually pans out and actually plays out. I'm all for him getting a package in a 4-3 offense. Not offense, but defense. We got to see how that plays out, though.
I'm sorry, Clutch Buck. I'm watching this Duke Florida game.
That man, Boozer.
But getting back on topic, no, I think y'all have the opportunity. It's just my problem with y'all is like when y'all need to win or when y'all expected to win, y'all wet the bed. Like y'all shit the bed. Like, but when
Sure.
y'all like when y'all the underdog, all of a sudden it's just like Panthers keep pounding. Like Bryce Young is just on his game and shit. Like I was like that next step for y'all. It's just like y'all really got going with the mentality. It's like we are going to make this playoff run, and we got to run through everybody.
It's funny that you said it. I saw this video earlier today. It said the Panthers play to the talent of their opponent. If they're playing a team that is a top team and they have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, they play like a team that can win the Super Bowl. If they play against a team that's a mid-tier team that probably can go a fringe 10-7 or 9-8 or something like that, they play like a team that can go 9-8, and they might win that game and they might lose that game. But if they play a trash-ass team, they're going to play trash. Like, that's what we've seen a lot of this year.
Very inconsistent, very immature team.
Yeah. But I will say at the end of the day, I'm happy with how the season has played out so far. I asked for 7 wins. That's all that I wanted. We got 4 games left, and we're at 7 wins. We have an opportunity to win more. I'm happy.
I said 9, and I went back down to 7. I should have stuck at 9. Cause I even told Vashti, who covers it. I told her at the football media that like Panthers can win 9 games. She's like, "You really think they're gonna win 9 games?" I was like, "It's a possibility." But then she's like, "Oh, I think 7's realistic." I was like, "Okay, I'll give you 7." But shit, let's go get 10.
Yeah, T.
Like honestly, if we're thinking about it, it's really games that we should have won. We should have won the Arizona game. We should have won the Saints game. We should have won. I'm still gonna say it. We should have won that fucking 49ers game. I don't care.
Let's go Florida. Beat these fuck niggas. My bad. I'm watching this Duke Florida game.
Yeah, get buckets. But I really think y'all got.
Okay, Florida.
But I really think y'all got a good chance to make these playoffs. I'm rooting for y'all. I don't be hating on y'all and shit. But I really hope y'all do your thing.
What a love is mutual.
Man, but yeah, like Corey was saying, bro, we should have already had these wins, bro. That Arizona game pissed me off. Jacksonville game pissed me off. That's not wins right there. Should be the 49ers too. That's 10. The Saints, yeah, they was tricking off. Like Dre said, bro, like the games we supposed to win, we don't fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
They be tricking off, man.
But yeah, we got definitely some interesting matchups. It's gonna be some good football down the stretch, college and NFL actually. We got a lot of good teams trying to prove themselves. We got a lot of young QBs trying to prove themselves. Hey, like we said, Thanksgiving is over. We getting into December. It's December, so it's money time now. This is where it all matters.
Yes, sir.
But before we end, let's just up to date our peoples on some basketball stuff. As you know, right now we got the ACC SEC challenge right now. We got Duke playing Florida. It's a good game right now. Then we're gonna have UNC versus Kentucky. But for NBA, I'm gonna just do good news, bad news, or we just not gonna care about it. Zion being injured again. Good news, bad news, or we just don't care.
We don't care.
I don't care about it.
You know what's about to happen, man.
Man, about to come back, we're gonna be 285 next.
All right.
Fuck! God damn it!
Yeah, they must have, bro, because this nigga son. Hey, yo. It's funny. Hey, yo, it's funny when we were watching shit, because we all got, like, different streams on different times.
They fucking lost the ball, bro. What the
That
fuck? Oh, my God.
That nigga from Fairfield, bro.
Oh, what the fuck? Fucking folded, man. God.
Yo, T.
Man, that nigga Evans from Fairfield, too, bro. Love-hate relationship with that nigga, too, bro. Damn.
All right. So good news. This nigga T ain't functioning no more, son.
It was dumb.
Yeah, TCV faster than my shit.
No, he faster than mine too.
Mine too.
T the plug, man. He got that good stream. It's like, no, let me stop. Let me stop before he gets. All right, so before T reacts to something again, good news, bad news, or is this something we just don't gonna care about? After the Wizards win over the Bucks last night, Giannis scraped all his Bucks shit off of social media.
Good news. Good news. It's time to get away from Doc Rivers.
Yes. Glenn Rivers, you have ruined that man. Now it's time for him to leave you. I'm glad.
This should be Doc Rivers' last coaching job.
He should be banned from saying the word basketball.
Man, I mean, I know losing us is pretty bad right now, but dang, that's a little excessive, Giannis. But I understand, bro. You try to expedite the process at this point.
It's been time for that
Started
nigga to
out
leave.
strong, but they really been in a slump recently.
They got hey y'all. It's 13 more days until them contracts start to clear from the all season. We already know what's up. 13 days. No, Corey.
You know I gotta hold out some kind of hope for Godfather.
Nah, man, he ain't got it no more, dog. He ain't got it no more, man. His last greatest move was he looked out for Coach Spo, man. That was the last great move he did.
That was a real move.
That's the last great move he had, man. But outside of that, dog, I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it, man. But yeah, dog, we're gonna get back on this hoop and stuff once we after these conference championships for the college football playoffs. But like you said, NFL college football revving up. If you got time, please check out me and Dave's EP on our latest rant corners. We just had to keep it real with the people real quick. Dave couldn't make it today, but he also had his input about the whole Lane Kiffin to LSU situation. And of course, he had to talk about his Shador Sanders debut. His second game was a little rough, but that debut was good. So, you understand, we just going to keep it with the people. Be on the lookout for Corey. Corey drop in. Corey's like, hey man, I had to get in this booth real quick too. So Corey gonna be dropping too. We ready, C Note. We ready to see what you got, C Note.
You already know.
But yeah, man, be on the lookout, man. We still active out here. We're gonna get a couple more episodes before we get on that next holiday break. Cause as you know, it's family time out here, so we gotta make sure everybody's straight. But before we roll out, anybody else got anything to say, man?
Fuck, dude.
Okay.
Go Tigers. Right. Go UNC too. We can chuck you, bitch asses.
Yeah. Go.
Shit.
Go Tar Heels. Fuck Glenn Rivers. Fuck the Saints. As a staff and as a motherfucking crew.
All right. But yeah, man. Go ahead, T.
One thing, man. Shout out to T.O. Lopez and Shakur Stevens for making this fight happen January 31st, Madison Square Garden. It's very rare we get two fighters under 30 in their prime to actually fight, so this is a good thing for the sport. And the build-up should be hilarious as well. But January 31st, we're starting off the year strong on the boxing schedule, so hopefully it continues. And also, shout out to Devin Haney. He looked strong at 147. Abdullah Mason looked good as well. And Benavidez does what Benavidez does, man. So, boxing, there's still a couple fights, this year, early next year, and we should be seeing some more interesting fights soon. I need Boots Ennis versus Roger Ortiz. We need to make it happen. Oscar De La Hoya, stop being a bitch and make it happen, bro.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, fuck Eddie Hearn, too.
and that bitch ass nigga Connor Ben too. Who the fuck
Let's
is this
go.
nigga, bro? Like, who the fuck is you, bro? Who the fuck is you fought, bro? You ain't shit, nigga. Fuck you.
It's getting negative in here. It's getting negative in here. It's getting negative in here.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't understand how niggas be talking like you ain't fought nobody, bro. Matter of fact, nigga, you got caught doing steroids. So, and you talking. Fuck out of here, Connor Ben.
Hey, man.
Keep flowing.
I wasn't taking real PEDs, man. I don't know what was it.
Like, what the fuck is real PEDs and fake PEDs? Nah, nigga, you cheated, bro. You cheated, bro. And the fact that Devin still almost beat you and you still cheated, like, fuck out of here, bro.
Exactly. He know Devin will whoop his ass in a rematch, bro. Yep. He don't want a rematch. Somebody, it's inevitable me and Devin gonna rematch. Man, I don't know about that, bro. Because this Parral ain't even stupid to that type of low to fight you, bro. As a matter of fact, I hope Mario Barrios beats the brakes off of Ryan Garcia. When's that fight, BT?
I do too. Shoot, might be like April-ish. I think they saying it like that.
Man, I
But
hope
hopefully it's
Barrios
sooner.
beats the brakes off of him, bro.
I
Fuck
hope
Ryan
so too,
Garcia,
bro.
man.
Yeah, he a
Fuck
bitch ass
Ryan
nigga
Garcia.
too.
Anybody that supports him, bro. Fucking bitch ass nigga, man. Fuck him, bro.
Facts.
I thrive off negativity. Well, you heard it there, folks. Oh, I will say this because I know my homie out there that's a fan of the show, my boy CP. You know, he's a Broncos fan. So I will say, hey, man, good game, whatever. Fuck y'all, whatever. But I will say, for all those that was hating on my boy Scary Terry,
Woo.
he had your boy PS2 looking kind of crazy out there. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, and our boy and Burks, catch of the year. Catch of the year. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all can have your little bitch ass dub. We gonna see y'all when Jaden gets back. But all love to my boy CP. But yeah, man, make sure, as Dave would say, like, subscribe, hit that share button. Share this joint to your family, to your homies, your sneaky links. We don't care, but we just trying to get this content out there, bro. That's all we trying to do, man. But as always, we appreciate y'all listening to us. We got our boy, my man Corey. We got one of the greatest ever to come out of the 910, my boy BT.
Appreciate it.
And then of course, we got the biggest goddamn plug and shout out my boy T Hatch, man. Always love out here. It's your boy Dre from PG. We Assassin 4. Shout out to our boy Dave. He was on that disposition. He was out there cooking. He was hooping, bro.
Hey, that nigga was cooking, son.
He was hooping on the dissertation, bro. He had a little hater in there, man, but he still out here was shining on that boy, stunting on that nigga, man.
My boy dropped 45, 15, and 12 on him.
Shout out to Dr. Dave, man. Esquire was out there hooping, man. But as always, all love, man. This is Assassin 4, the boys. We out.